Hello, West End Baptist Chapel. Thank you for joining us as we continue our journey down the Via Dolorosa. Today is day 34, and we pick up in Matthew chapter 13, beginning at verse 44. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure that a man discovered hidden in a field. In his excitement, he hid it again and sold everything he owned to get enough money to buy the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant on the lookout for choice pearls. When he discovered a pearl of great value, he sold everything he owned and bought it. Lots of fun with these two parables. First, one parable talks about finding treasure by accident, and the other by a diligent search. Both represent what happens when people start searching after God. Some dig and dig until they find what they are looking for. Others just come around a corner and someone tells them of Jesus and they choose to follow. Both find Jesus. Both find the treasure of the kingdom of God. Jesus can be found either way. It is important to realize that people look for truth in both of these ways. Some will analyze, think, probe, and realize Jesus is who he says he is. Others will have Jesus touch them, and they follow him. Neither person is disappointed. So be prepared for both kinds of people as we look to share Jesus. Sometimes we think we know what it takes for people to find Jesus. There are so many different ways. Allow him to give us understanding. Give us eyes to see different people. Give us a willingness to share Jesus in many ways to people. We do not know which way is the right way for people. Let him guide us today to people who need Jesus and guide us how to speak. Let's continue reading, picking up at verse 47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a fishing net that was thrown into the water and caught fish of every kind. When the net was full, they dragged it up onto the shore, sat down, and sorted the good fish into crates, but threw the bad ones away. That is the way it will be at the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked people from the righteous, throwing the wicked into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Do you understand all these things? Yes, they said, we do. Then he added, every teacher of religious law who becomes a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a homeowner who brings from his storeroom new gems of truth as well as old. Do you wonder how God can separate evil from good? I do. God says it happens at the end of the ages. There is a grand sorting out that happens. Do not worry about it happening now because it will never be done here. A time is coming. It will happen just like a fisherman knows good fish from fish that cannot be used for food. I want to talk more about the new things and the old things that God shows us. Jesus gives us both as he tells us these stories. There are stories that we know well. We need to be reminded about the truths that they represent. Repeating these stories and what they mean gives us a refresher class on the key truths they speak about. However, Jesus also gives more truth. Some of these truths are in the new stories, but some of them are in the old stories, but with a deeper level of understanding or another piece of truth that we did not see the last time. Either way, God opens our understanding. Do not just skip over the stories because they are familiar. Let God speak. We have gone over these stories. We love the familiar story of the 4 types of soil, and we need to want our hearts to be good soil for his word. We also love the new level of understanding that he gave to us about some of the other parables. Let them become favorites to us as well. I love seeing how much he has put into these simple stories. We need to keep our hearts open to hearing from his spirit. Thank you for joining us, and join us tomorrow as we continue our journey down the Via Dolorosa. God bless.